Friends, there may not be a lot of anime manga news this week, but that's mainly because Anime Expo is coming up and I want to make sure you're prepared so you can plan out your weekend so you know when all those manga licenses are. Hello friends, happy Monday, so very excited that you're here. I made sure to go through everything on Anime Expo's website, marking all when the different licensing events are from a variety of publishers. We have 11 that we're going to talk about, but we're going to rewind just a little bit because there are a few things I want to mention. One of these is sort of like a self-plug, if I'm honest. I haven't been very vocal, mainly because my friend and I were on sort of a break, on a hiatus, because she was getting married and just my family just kept getting sick and I could not add anything else to my plate. I was just trying to survive and get by and do what I could day to day. It was just so much. Hopefully this upcoming year will be so much better. But I bring all that up because I am one of the co-organizers of the Fangirling Anime Devotional. My friend and I currently have organized 2, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I do have 2 different pieces in this, and basically this is a devotional for people or maybe just curious about how anime and Christianity can even be in the same sentence and even be in the same book, or they are a Christian who watches anime and really just wants to find these God themes in these different anime that have spoken to them. And yeah, that is what these devotionals are, and I bring all of that up as well because I'm so excited. My friend and I announced that Volume 3 has a release date, and that is July 21st. I'm very excited. I was going to submit 3 different pieces, but I ended up only submitting 1, but it is a shoujo piece, and my shoujo loving heart is very, very excited. The piece I wrote about was Our Horror Ride. There are plenty of other shoujo anime that are talked about, and it really made my heart very, very happy. If you would like to be part of the cover reveal that we're going to be doing, I have a sign up link down below, and I'm very excited. The cover is beautiful. I just recently made the cover reveal graphics highlighting, spotlighting, like, hey, go sign up and go out there and share about this cover because it is beautiful. So please stay tuned for more updates. I'm very, very excited. Something else though that I was really, really excited about as well is, y'all, if you watch my video on Wednesday, I talked about my top 5 manga that I would love to see licensed. Technically though, you would see, if you've watched it, you know that there was more than just 5. But the one that I would love to see the most, but I don't feel might get announced just yet, is this title right here. I love them. My friend dubbed them my unlicensed faves, and I couldn't help but definitely agree with that because yes, and I mentioned that because, oh my goodness, they're going to be on the cover, the upcoming cover for Hana to Yume, the magazine. I am so excited! Like, yes, I've already pre-ordered my copy. I also have already pre-ordered Volume 9 of Glass with a Chance of Delinquent. These are the 2 things I desperately wanted to get this year. Granted, not that I knew about the Hana to Yume magazine, but my friend told me, is like, yes, it is a must, it is a need, and I got it. I am a happy soon-to-be owner, and I'm definitely going to be doing an unboxing if I can. We're going to be doing all the things. Granted, it doesn't come out until July. If I remember right though, Glasses comes out first and then the Hana to Yume magazine. There was like a lot of different things that I wanted to get, and I said no because it was definitely a hassle. Things were not easy to get this because I wanted the special freebie that comes with it on Animate's website, and that was quite the hassle, but thankfully I got through it and it's mine and I'm excited. Also, some other exciting news, and then we'll dive into the Anime Expo stuff, is that K-Manga recently came out and said they have added so many more countries where people can read K-Manga, and I was really excited. I have my issues with K-Manga, don't get me wrong, but I will always be thankful because that's how I was able to read Glass with a Chance of Delinquent for the first time. That's one of my all-time favorite series, so I will always be thankful that they exist and that they're here. And so if you would like to go try out different series on there and see what you can read, definitely go for it. Has an interesting coin system, but you know, if you do them treasure tests every day, you can build up those points over time because that's pretty much what I'm doing. I can only commit to like 3 series, but hey, again, it works. And I'm just excited that more people can access this app. But let's go ahead, talk about Anime Expo. As I said, we have 11 different events. There's only one of them that I'm unsure of if we'll actually have license announcements because they didn't specifically say in the blurb, but let's go ahead and jump right in. Starting with day 1, the publisher that's going to be kicking off is J-Novel Club. We will probably only be getting digital titles from them, but as of this year, they have been expanding and doing physical manga as well. Now, last year, or whenever that was, them and Yan Press entered into like some kind of collaboration where basically certain titles like Tear Moon Empire, which I collect, which is right here, J-Novel is going to release the digital edition, and then Yan Press would release the physical edition. But now J-Novel seems to be printing a certain few, like Campfire Cooking, I think it's the right title, but that they're going to be releasing the physical version of the manga via themselves and not with Yan Press. So I'll be interested and curious to see They don't have usually any shoujo manga that gets physically published, but they do have a variety. I was getting tongue-tied on that. They do have a variety of different shoujo titles on their website, as you can see, per the latest shoujo release calendar. The next one is one I'm very excited about, and that is the Yen Press industry panel. Yen Press has been delivering consistently. I mean, they are the publisher I feel like I sort of subconsciously go to now. And I'm like, what will you give us shoujo fans next? I really feel like they're doing a great job. Still shocked we got that Fruits Basket box set. Like, that was something I never thought would be happening, and I feel like it's going to be really good, and I'm just very excited to see what they'll bring. I don't really know what there is that they could bring over, and I don't mean like that in a bad way, but I felt like before Failure at God School, that was the one everybody wanted, and before that was Honey Lemon Soda, and we've gotten both of those. The only one I could think is the new Witch one that's getting an anime. It's this cover, or it's this series here. I could definitely see Empress picking that up, and maybe they will. I feel like that would be like the big win for the shoujosei community should they decide to license it. So fingers crossed that they will. I have a lot of faith and confidence that Yen Press is going to be delivering. Next up is Inklore, and I'm actually really excited that they're having a panel. I'm hesitant for them to license any more manga per the release of Loving Yamada, but I have really enjoyed the manhwa that they're bringing over. I actually have 2 different cover reveals that are going to be of their books, and I truly hope that we get some really interesting manhwa. I feel like they're putting a lot of time and dedication into having these really strong releases. Several people seem very, very excited. I know at Broken Ring, there's just this ongoing question of what will be the age rating of this manhwa, which they have not confirmed anywhere, because I guess there is like a 13 and up or 16 up, and then there is like the mature version. And so people are really curious, and I am just curious to see what they're going to be announcing. I hope it will be some really, really exciting manhwa. Oh gosh, I feel like there's just so much. I try and avoid reading digital only manhwa because I just get this overwhelming desire, want to have it physically published, which I'm sure that's normal for many of us. But the only one that's like vividly coming to mind is The Dragon King's Bride. I would love that. I don't know if they would pick that up though, because I feel like they're going for some of these, I wouldn't say older titles, but I feel like they're really popular, but they've been around for a little while. So they're not like super old, but they're not where they just ended, say like with The Dragon King's Bride. For day 2, Kodansha is actually going to be kicking us off, and I hope that they kick us off strong, because Kodansha has really, they've been struggling a little bit in the community's eyes, in my opinion. I mean, yes, they've definitely had some wins. I'm not knocking that. They gave us love, that's understatement. And honestly, the biggest win for me is them just announcing volume 2 physically. I would love that. That would make my day. I don't need anything new. I mean, I would like new things, but I really want news. I want an update of volume 2, and I truly hope that somebody asks that's going to that panel, ask them, please, what is the status of their print club? What is going on? Because they have not replied to my email. They are not replying to tweets online. I mean, they did retweet my shoujosei calendar on Blue Sky, and I'm like, is that the way I need to go of asking questions? Like, I really would just love an update, and so many of us feel the same, so hopefully that will get addressed, and then we'll get some new shoujosei titles at this panel. The next one is a newer publisher that I'm not actually really familiar with, and that is Manga Mavericks. Now, I know that they have recently released 3, or going to be releasing 3 different GL titles. I believe all of those have release dates at this time. I don't unfortunately know what they are, and I believe they have 3 other titles that are all shonen action based. So I'm curious to see what exactly is going to come from this publisher. I don't really have an opinion on them, like good or bad, because I really just don't know what they're fully about, but I hope that it's all going to be really good things. Maybe some shoujosei, I don't know, but hey, hopefully there will be a win for somebody that comes out of this panel. Then we're going to go into day 3, and of all things, the publisher that's going to be kicking us off is Faku. They are a hentai manga publisher. I won't be covering anything that they will share anything because I don't read hentai manga, but if you're into it and that's something that you're curious about or want to see what they'll bring, definitely stay tuned. I have no idea if they share anything on their social media links or what they are, but it's just interesting to me that they're going to be the first publisher. Actually, no, for some reason the time got switched, and I think because I need to fix that on my events, because I made all these events in my Discord server, and that's what juked me. No, that's the last one of day 3. The first one of day 3 is going to be with Dempa Books and Kuma. Typically, they have done a joint manga licensing announcement. I'm curious to see what comes out of this. Dempa recently gave us They Were 11. It was a very long wait, and hopefully a lot of people enjoyed it. I feel like after the initial release, I actually haven't heard much about it, but I really hope that people have enjoyed it, and I hope that they'll give us some shoujo. A little bit nervous because, you know, Udon's got some shoujo, Sugar Sugar Ruin, and we still have not gotten that, so a little bit of mixed feelings, but I'll still be curious to see what they bring us. This next one, I'm very excited. I feel like the excitement for them is just as real as it is for Yen Press, and that is Square Enix. We've not gotten anything manga related new this year from Square Enix, and I'm like, Square Enix, I want to know, buddy. I want to know because some of my biggest, most excited wins or just things I've been really excited about that are ongoing have been from them. So I have very high expectations, and I truly hope they deliver. Last year, they did. They're like, hey, here we go, and they showed up, and yeah, we were excited, and I truly hope that they come through. Again, I feel like I have strong confidence and faith in Yen Press to deliver, but Square Enix, I feel like because I really don't know typically what they always release, that the expectations are even higher for them. Like Always a Catch is one that is a surprise, and that's been from Square Enix, and I've deeply, deeply enjoyed it. We're also getting like the Ice Guy, Mr. Villain's Day Off, all great series. So hopefully we will continue to get really, really good series. Next up is going to be Azuki, and I'm excited to see what they bring. I used to have an Azuki subscription. I unfortunately don't because I just can't justify reading digitally the same way I used to, where I read a lot more. Now I just mainly stick to physicals, but I feel like Azuki has always such a wide variety, and they have had some of their series come into print, like My Dear Detective, which is being released by Seven Seas, and they have Hikaru and The Light, and what's the one that recently just got picked up or announced? It's going to be in full color. I think it's about marching band. The girl's blowing in a trumpet, or playing a trumpet, excuse me, and it looks really, really good. So I'll be interested and excited to see what they're sharing. And the last one's going to be Tokyo Pop. They're the only publisher that didn't give an actual confirmation that there would be new manga licenses announced. They just mentioned that you can come find out what's new for 2025 and beyond. So I feel like maybe that's an implication that there's gonna be things announced. I know last year they did, and that's part of why I wanted to make sure I featured them. There's been a lot of leaks, I guess you would say, of people sharing about different Amazon listings that they've seen that are coming. The big one for me is In So Deep, It's Love Already. We talked about that and how excited I was. That was such a huge manga license win. I'm really excited. That's digitally available on K-Manga if you want to go check it out on there, but also we're getting it physically from Tokyo Pop, and I'm so excited. So I am curious to see if there's going to be anything new from them. Tokyo Pop has really been stepping it up, and I've just been so excited to see all the amazing titles coming from them. And last but not least, it's going to be on the very final day. Ink Pop is actually going to be having a manga panel, and I'm very curious about them. They are a new imprint. They are publishing I Want to Be Your Girl, and the other one is My Life as an Internet Novel. I know it's on NetGalley. I believe both of these are, so if you're a reviewer or you like reviewing titles, go check out NetGalley, see if you put your request in, see if you can, because I just saw those just very recently. So I know those are the two, and I'm very interested to see, are they going to be announcing anything else? And I want to know what it is. I'm very curious to see what the direction of this imprint is going to do. It seems like they're going to be, it says they're going to unveil some of the thrilling new titles with exclusive sneak peeks. I hope that's not implying that they're talking about the two they've already licensed, that they're going to be unveiling new, brand new, haven't been seen before, or at least announced online. Like, that's what I'm hoping for, new titles. So that is everything, friends. My husband's actually on vacation this upcoming week, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to plan my weekend, because typically I am one of those nerds. I plan my entire day around these events because that's just how excited I am. And that's part of why I wanted to share it with you, because maybe you're the same way, or maybe you're just like, well, I want to have a loose idea of when things are coming, because even if you're not there, I think it's so cool that we get to celebrate with the community online. But I will say, I am very curious. The past few cons, Kodansha has literally announced their licenses before the panel. So I'd be curious to see if that's going to be the same case this year, or for at least this con. So I guess to be determined. But I truly hope that you have a win, friend, and check out my top 5 Wednesday video if you're curious about my win, or what I'm hoping to get as a win. I'm really, really interested. Yeah, I just look forward to it. Hopefully we have a lot to talk about next week, but I do have a few more things to talk about today in this video. One of those being for the anime news. There's so much more I wanted to cover, but I decided to focus just on one because I wanted to leave plenty of time to yap about what I'm looking forward to. But this upcoming Friday, I believe, July 4th, Secrets of the Silent Witch, it is premiering, it is airing, and I am so stoked. It's going to be airing, or excuse me, streaming on Crunchyroll, and we have a new opening, not PV, just it says a new video reveal of the beginning, and I do think this is very true. It misses out on the action that happens in volume 1 of the manga, but when we get to see Monica, this is sort of like the actual introduction, and it looks really good. I'm excited. We also have 2 new key visuals. We have this one of the student council with Monica making her priceless funny face. Really, really love it. And then the second one is of Monica and the girls at the academy. And this girl right here, that's the blonde hair at the front, I love her. She is such a wonderful friend of Monica, and I've really, really enjoyed seeing her on page. And I'm excited to see how it unfolds. I'm truly hoping I can convince my husband to get on the bandwagon and we can watch it together, because we haven't had really an anime to buddy watch together, I guess you would say. I mean, usually he'll watch something like I watched the end of Windbreaker because the last few episodes were really good. Never mind the fact I hadn't seen any of season 1 and I hadn't seen the beginning of season 2. I just sort of pop in whenever it looks really interesting and it looked really cool, and I could really see the hype and get the hype of it now. Last but not least, a few cover reveals, and the first one being Girl Crush Volume 3. I love it. It looks so good. I've deeply, deeply loved this series. I have read the first 20 chapters online. Definitely gonna be getting Volume 3. I've already pre-ordered Volume 2, but I haven't gotten my pre-order in yet. You can definitely know it's coming. The next one is Otoku Vampire's Love Bite Volume 5, and let me tell you, I want to know who this guy is. I have seen, I say with quotes, spoilers of him. I've seen different panels, and I cannot tell, is this guy a good guy or is this guy a bad guy? And I have seen him in some of the chapters I've read in the Hana Yume magazines, and I still don't know if he's good or bad. So I want to know answers, and I don't know if he's going to be showing up before Volume 5, but I'm very curious. I need to know. Hopefully, if he's a bad guy, that he's not really mean to Hina. I don't know. I mean, here it doesn't seem like there's too bad, but Hina's face leads me to believe, or her expression, that he's not the best of guys. And I'm like, please get out the picture then if you're a bad guy. The number one cover reveal that I'm so excited, that I'm so glad we finally got, is the Makeup Remover Volume 1 by Inklore. Yes, I have been waiting, been checking Amazon, hoping for an update. We finally got it. The cover looks beautiful. Not the hugest fan of the spine. I think it looks nice as black. It does make it really pop, but just again, I was hoping our leads would be on the spine, but I love this cover. This went on my radar when somebody said if you wanted to like True Beauty and you didn't, and you want something more, that the Makeup Remover was that series you need to read. And I said, okay, I'm seeing it, because I did like some of True Beauty. I've read the first 2 volumes. It got a little bit language heavy for me in the second volume. I'm like, well, I just wasn't a fan of that personally for me, but I thought the characters were really interesting, but I didn't stick with it. But the Makeup Remover, oh yes, it comes out in March, and I'm really thankful. I know man was a lot, but seeing that it had the $20 price tag, that's full price. Definitely use a coupon when you order these. But then it was at $20. I was so relieved, because I think it's what, Yen Press and Ice Press, that both of the manhwa prices for newer titles have gone up. So I was like, whew, I was like, we got that $20. Like, thank you, Inklore. And it's not just this one. But for the very last one I wanted to feature, The Knight and Her Emperor Volume 1. The cover looks fantastic. I have read some of this digitally, and I really, really liked it. The female lead is very compelling. And all the guys, minus like maybe one, they are awful. And I'm just like, I hope that you triumph. I was actually looking more into this morning, and I was shocked to see that it had 4 seasons. I really want to get it, and I hope my budget opens a way, but I am nervous of how many volumes this is, because I'm like, that is a commitment. Granted, you know, when I think of the Remarried Empress, like, I'm pretty sure that's like 4 seasons, or maybe we're on season 3. That's a lot, but I'm in for this for the long haul. So like, I love Remarried Empress so much, so I'm not worried there. And if Villains Are Destined to Die with the Samurai, I'm locked in. I think it's just because I haven't read a whole bunch of The Knight and the Emperor, so I don't personally know how I would feel, but that's part of why I want to pick it up, because again, that first impression I had was really strong for me, and would definitely be interested in reading more. This one comes out in February. I went ahead and put it on my pre-order list. Hopefully it will work out. And as everything I shared today, I truly hope everything works out with us all getting license wins this upcoming weekend. I truly hope it'll be an exciting time, and hopefully you saw something that you're interested in, or maybe just one of these panels that you're looking forward to and know when to tune in. Yeah, let me know. Who do you feel like is going to give you your license win? I would also love to know that. And hopefully Kodansha gives us some license wins for the shoujo side community. Like, I'm really hoping that they have a turnaround here. But yeah, let me know what you're interested in. What summer anime do you plan to watch? And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!